Hey you guys, I was asked to do a video here on this Ryder catalog. This particular one is from, I believe, '09. Yes, '09. There's also a video of a catalog with the identical covers, except that one is from, I believe, 2010, 2011. If you want to see that, just look up Ryder catalog and I'm sure it'll show up. And then there's also one from a year or two before this one on YouTube as well. So we're sort of rounding off this whole thing, and then I've got all the newer ones that are combined with the Vaxcel over there. So got a pretty good idea on how their line looked for most of its existence now. So anyways, we'll go ahead and get this started here. So here's the opening here. And then first, they usually start with the energy saving fans. The first one here is the Montreux, which I don't know. This fan it never really did much for me. And we have the Taliesin, which they later renamed to the Tally. Why, I don't know. Here is the Medallion Energy Star. I do believe that all these ones were new. Sure looks like they were new this year. There's the Outdoor Energy Star. Not too sure how they made them Energy Star versus the basic ones. And these are the natural fans. These are going to be all the cool looking ones, like this one, the Cabernet, which is after some kind of alcohol, I think. Don't ask me, I'm not an aficionado on that, or aficionado. Here we've got the Jasper, and then the Lighthouse. Here we've got the mini faces of the Yellowstone there. And then we've got the other Yellowstone. This is the one that Menards used to sell. They used to sell ones like this. I remember seeing them all the time. Here is the Aspen. I always like the look of that one. And then here is the Log Cabin, one of my favorites. Always was ever since I was a kid. And then here's the Palm Beach. Kind of cool looking, I guess. I prefer the Antigua from Hampton Bay. And then here we've got the Toffee. Interesting fan with the carved blades. Then we've got traditional fans now. We have the Montreux again. Dimmable fluorescent light. Don't know if I trust that. Who knows how these things really were. And then we have the other one again, so I don't know why they had two of them. I guess the one was the energy saving. Here's the flush mount one as well. I think Menards might have had a similar one to this. I don't remember now. Here's the Dynasty, one of their more expensive fans. And we've got the Gibraltar. I don't even know how to pronounce that one. Usually I'm okay at pronunciation, but struggling with that one there. We have the flush mount one. Oh geez, hold on. Let me fix this because it's getting all funky again. There we go. So here's the flush mount one. Here's the Corazon, which means heart, I'm pretty sure, I think, in Spanish. We've got the Parma, the Victoria, and also the Victoria, just a different design. It's the ornate boob fan. We have the Odessa, which is very similar to that one latex thing. I think it was the Grandeur is what it was called. Here's the I don't know whether you pronounce the J. If you do, it's Majorca, but that doesn't sound right. I think it's just Majorca. I don't know. Either way, it sounds ridiculous to me. Here we have the Da Vinci. I've got one of the fancier versions of this, which they called the Silhouette. And it's in that color combo right there. I always like this fan. And we've got the contemporary fans, such as the Picard, the Fresco 2. I always loved the Fresco line. I thought they were super cool. And here's the original one. And then we have the Rialta. And then the fans that got them sued by Matthews, the Eclipse fans. However, I think what really pissed them off, well, it's not these ones either, the Cosmos and the Orbit. And then here's some blade options. Now, what really pissed them off was the Neptune here. That looks very, very Matthews-esque. Very, very cool fan as well, though. Would not mind having one. And then we have the Builder line. And the Pamplona. I always kind of like to look at this one, actually, for some reason. You have the Porter. The Marseille. They love showing accessory light kits on their fans, I tell you. I wouldn't mind seeing just one picture of it without, so I can know what the dang switch housing looks like. Also, they Photoshop these on, or they edit them on. They don't even install them with the actual light kits. This is the Pisa, by the way. We have the Plata, the Chastity, the Zephyr Downrod, which is kind of a hideous fan, if you ask me. I think the flesh mount ones look much better here. These are obviously like the Cheshire and all them other things. We have the Silver Medallion, which is definitely my favorite out of the lot. I always like this style for some reason. And then the Gold Medallion, which is pretty similar to the Monte Carlo things. They also did offer, oh, it's in here actually, the smaller Gold Medallion. Funny thing is, for these being sort of the fancy builder fans, they don't, first of all, they are pretty terrible. Second of all, Menards sells these with the light kit on them, the 4 light kit. They're called the Minerva, or whatever the heck. We've got the regular medallion here. And then we have indoor-outdoor fans. And there we've got these two again. The Beacon. Then we have the Prodico. Portobello. And then the other outdoor Palm Beach. We have all the light kits. Those are some of the new ones. They don't offer like any light kits anymore. Vaxel just doesn't really have any. So mostly just light kits here in the end now. Let's see. Yeah. And then let's see. What's after this? Other things. Not gonna lie, I don't know if they still make those assembly stands. I've always been kind of tempted to buy one and see if they're any use for certain fans. I'm sure they would be. Like the ones where they tell you to put them together on the floor, even though I always hate doing that, but if the manual tells me to, I do it. Oh, look at that. I'm sorry to distract you, but I don't know if you can see it. There's a squirrel on our bird feeder. I thought we stopped them from doing that, but I guess I was wrong. Oh, here, let me show you the specs here, because I'm sure this is something you guys are going to want to see. I guess it was just that page of them, or did I skip one? No, I did. Here's the other page. And then, like I said, the index, and then the Cabernet again, and then there's the back. So yeah, I was really excited when I found this catalog, especially because even though these fans are all cheap, I kind of like the look of some of them, and they also take me back since Menards offered a lot of these. Any Midwest kid is going to absolutely love, any of these because, Menards, big deal around here. Really, if you've grown up in the Midwest over the last 30, 40 years, and especially if you're into fans, even if you're not, Menards has probably got some important part in your life. It's just such an amazing place. Interesting thing as well is that they didn't necessarily partner with Aire, Ryder, and Vaxel to get some of these fans. As some of you guys might remember from Dan's John Menard workbench video, he was a very sneaky, devious fella. He's still alive, actually. He's a very sneaky, devious fella, and a lot of the times they would just go to the factories and pay them to make almost the same fan, just slightly different. And in a lot of cases, they couldn't really do anything about it. So, yeah, now Menards is selling your expensive fan that doesn't even deserve the price it has, but they're actually selling it at the price it deserves. So, interesting how that goes, And there's really no difference between whether you bought, for example, the, let me see, I'll just pull up any example. One of the most iconic ones I always remember at Menards was this one right here. They sold it as the Photon, I believe, there. And there's absolutely no difference between this one and the other one at Menards. However, this one is more expensive, even though, like I said, same fan. So, that's just how they do it. So, I'm not too sure how much involvement Vaxel/Aire Ryder ever had. That is definitely something I cannot answer, and I don't think either company would want to answer either. But yeah, I just thought I would throw some little tidbits of info here in the end. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.